My oh my, what a whirlwind this is currently being. Well, isn't it fine and dandy to be on another episode of The Truth About Pro Wrestling? And I'm pretty sure when it comes to Money in the Bank, unfortunately, my apologies about that. Unfortunately, when it comes to me talking about it, I mean, that just speaks to we'll get there, but it just speaks to Triple H and the current state of WWE, whether it comes to that, just the lacking of sorts, which I feel like when it comes to the quality, everything else in general. But as I said, we'll get to that. There is a day for that. But I mean, we all know why we're here. I mean, it's a clear indication. And because that part and the intersection that we do have to get to, let's just start from the beginning. So yeah, R-Truth is, seemingly, very questionably, just at this point, we might as well start judging the possibilities between real and fiction. I mean, because what a fucking night it is going in. Interesting, to say the least, man. I mean, I am very blown back, if I must say. But yeah, like you even had, I really wanted to reevaluate this. I wanted to actually look for a little bit. I did reevaluate and kick back and actually really researched and studied this as everything is happening in real time to really get a click on this. And that's the fact of of course, they'll say now that everything is a work for the last couple of days. I'm sure it is. They'll stick to this story and pretty much the end of time of how that this whole thing was a work, or this was Triple H's master plan to get it, to make everybody believe that this was actually a work. I feel like now, looking at everything and seeing the response and the reactions, everything up to this point, stemming from R-Truth within the 72 hours of his apparent release and him being back, everything up until this point, which I feel like I was about to go with it. I was even thinking, and which is not necessary. I was about to go with the fact that, did they actually work us? Was this a work? Are we actually being worked? And WWE and Triple H pulled the wool over our heads, and R-Truth was actually being released, and all this time of him being, and which I will, like I said, probably the last couple of days. Right now, they'll try to say that. But when we on the retreat, I've actually even went to pages. I went to R-Truth, his son, and him saying Cap, that's Cap, and him responding to the notion that of Triple H, it's you enjoying the show? It's all a part of the show. And him calling Cap on that bullshit. I feel like Triple H, WWE, TKO, whatever you want to call it at this point, everybody involved looked at the situation, assessed it, and he made the common sense to actually bring R-Truth back. He's not to everything about the wrestling world, but pretty much even the boys in the back, the business itself, everybody in the back, and how that wasn't even reacting to it, and how much of a large reaction it got. Because like I said, you had actual wrestlers that was pouring their hearts out to hear the news of R-Truth and his release, and it being so catastrophic at the time. And this was purely a judgment call, and them being back of with it, there you have it. Where hours ago by now, R-Truth came back to WWE. And as I said like moments ago, like I was like I still am, and which I will say now too. Like if that's another thing, one thing I can't get my like I truly can't wrap my head around. Like, what is the idea? Like, what is the problem with new wrestling fans being so worked? Like, what? Like, why is that an issue? Why is that a problem? It's like the same thing of why we're so surprised. Why, like, being so surprised and being so, oh my God, this happened? And you being just so shocked and feel like that's what, I mean, yeah, I mean, that's what, especially whether you want to say WWE or professional wrestling, it's supposed to fuck with you. Yeah, it's supposed to fuck with your emotions. It's supposed to get you up in a turn. Like that's it, that's what it's all about. I mean, like, like that's been the fucking thing. I really don't get when it comes to like these wrestling fans nowadays, of how. It just goes in another sorts of things, many other sorts of things too, where they really like come at you also like, hey, you just started wrestling. Well, like, come on, like I know you fucking started watching wrestling like 5 years up to like 5. Like, of course, when the like, come on now, I know you've been watching wrestling for the last 5 years, so why don't we cut the shit about that? But that goes in a plethora of things, but like yeah, like it's just even now, like yeah, right now, like yeah, just realizing that and learning like that I really don't get what the deal is, but when that's the whole thing all along when it comes to wrestling fans being afraid, like these newer wrestling fans being afraid of being so fucking worked. Like, I don't get it. I mean, that's the whole. Isn't that the whole thing to enjoy about professional wrestling? That's a part. It's always been a part of wrestling. So I don't get why. I seriously don't get that about that. But yeah, of course, like yeah, like they sat back and Triple H really made a judgment call and they made the common sense thing to really bring R-Truth back, and now they'll try to claim now it's a work. Now this was the plan all along when it actually wasn't. Of course, like nah. I said, especially when you look at how R-Truth's son and how everybody's reacting to it, and how we know, like, come on now, like everything within the last 72 hours, the past 3 days, with how when you can clearly look at, and how like I said, but I mean, so yeah, like I definitely am looking for. I mean, I'll be watching. I mean, I won't say otherwise of how. Of course not. I mean, I still feel the same way about WWE currently. My opinions about Triple H and the current state of WWE still stand. I'm not going away from that. The fact there's a reason you're not seeing a review and me talking about Money in the Bank tonight, and them having a fuckload of TK, and also with the pay-per-views in tonight. When you talk about UFC, Worlds Collide, Money in the Bank tonight. Of course, I mean the goofy shit is over. The R-Truth making jokes is done. Like which especially when you looked at he had his fucking game face on tonight. Like he was really serious when he came back and spearing and really attacking John Cena and the reaction and everything. Like we're getting a serious R-Truth, and yeah, like of course with the name change, and it will probably see everything play out. Obviously, with the name change all of a sudden, which probably as from various what people are saying. So I'm definitely looking forward to this, and I mean we'll definitely have to see as we see everything play out. And I mean this is definitely clearly with a run that we may hopefully be able to pay attention to.